Hello doll fans and welcome back to Beauty Inside a Box. So lots of you may have watched my recent video which was all about discontinued doll lines. After making that video I had loads and loads of comments of people reminding me of even more dolls that have been discontinued. So I thought, why don't I make a follow-up video with even more discontinued doll lines. Last time I had 16, this time I think I've got about 20 discontinued doll lines I'm going to show you and talk to you about and give you my thoughts and feelings. Please don't forget to let me know in the comments what you think of these dolls, if you had any yourself, if you remember them. And also let me know if there are any more discontinued dolls that I've forgotten about. Maybe I'll find enough to make a third video. Also, if you enjoy this video at any point, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for loads of doll videos. Anyway, let's get on with the list. This is my more discontinued doll lines video. Okay, so the first dolls I've got up here are Star Darlings. These dolls were kind of space themed, a bit like Novi Stars, but a lot more kind of conventional looking. I think these dolls are really cute. I don't actually own any, but I have thought a couple times about buying them. They were surprisingly made by Disney, which I thought was an odd choice because Disney doesn't normally make doll lines that aren't associated with their pre-established characters like Ariel or Belle or anything like that. So I thought it was an interesting idea, but they were really cute, but unfortunately they didn't last very long, they weren't very popular. Anyway, okay, this doll I absolutely love. I honestly think this might be my favorite in this list. Her name is Spectra. She didn't last very long. She came out in the 80s, as you can probably tell by the packaging. She is super 80s. And she has a kind of normal Barbie looking face and then a kind of metallic body. She's like a cyborg. I think she looks absolutely awesome. I can understand why some people might find her a bit strange, but I just love her and she's got sparkly pink hair. Awesome. Just amazing. I live for this doll. I really want to find one, but they're super rare. Okay, the next discontinued doll line is Yummyland. Yummyland? I think that's what it's called. I've actually never seen these dolls in person. Some of these doll lines I don't think were ever even sold in the UK, but these are really cute. It's another doll line that's kind of themed around sweets. There's quite a few of those. And as you can see in this picture, they would come in like little soda bottles, which I think is quite a cool idea, and the dolls look really nicely made. Okay, now this doll line was actually mentioned loads in the comments of my last video. This is Ladeeda. I think that's her name. I'm not sure if it's the name of the line or the name of this character, but they're also kind of sweet themed, and they actually look really adorable. I really like the oversized heads and the big like anime eyes. I think they look really cute, and they also look really nicely made. I think the colors are a bit over the top. I kind of wish I owned one of these. They're really cute. Okay, these dolls were called Teen Trends dolls, and they're interesting. They're kind of halfway between an American Girl and a Barbie. They're obviously meant to be teenagers, but they are quite childish in their appearance, I would say. The clothes look really nicely made. It's quite cool how their box would also double as like a carrying case. I think that's quite a cool idea. It kind of looks like they might have squidgy bodies, but I'm not really sure. Okay, this is Maxie. She is another kind of response to Barbie. Maxie even had her own cartoon, which is interesting considering I'd never heard of her until someone mentioned her in the comments of my last video. But her clothes look really nicely made. She looks slightly more teenage than Barbie does, I guess. And she looks super 80s, and you know, I love 80s, so yeah. Okay, this is Jazzy. She's very similar to Maxie. I wasn't sure whether to include her on this list because she's actually Barbie's cousin, so she's not really her own doll line. She's like an extension of the Barbie line. But I thought I'd give her kind of honorary mention on this list. She actually looks really similar to Maxie. I'm not sure who came first, Jazzy or Maxie, but someone's copying someone. Okay, these are Hot Looks dolls, and they're quite big. They're like this big. I think they have soft bodies. They've got very kind of 90s, 80s looking clothing on. I mean, they look kind of cool, but they're not really anything special. Okay, the next dolls I'm going to show you, these are Loxies. I actually really like the ideas of these dolls, and they look really cute. The whole idea of these dolls is they have a kind of grip in their backs, and you get bits of material, wrap the material around them, and then lock them in the kind of grip in their back so that you can kind of create your own fashions. I'm really into any dolls that have a kind of element of creativity to them. I think that's really cool. And they're also really cute. I love their big eyes. These dolls are also from the 80s, and they're called Lady Lovely Locks. And I love them, actually. I think they're very 80s. Again, you know how much I love the 80s. Very colourful. I love the pastel colours. I love the bright hair. I love the long hair. I love all the frills. I just think they're really cute. And they had like interchangeable hair extensions, which is quite a cool idea. Let me just check the names of these because, okay, yeah. These dolls are called Rose Petal Place. They've obviously got a bit of a flower theme. They kind of remind me of Strawberry Shortcake, except flowers instead of cakes. Maybe I should include Strawberry Shortcake on this list. Do they still make Strawberry Shortcake dolls? I don't know. I love the whole flower theme. I think that's such a good theme for a doll line. So yeah, I like them. Okay, I've just Googled Strawberry Shortcake and it doesn't appear that they're making Strawberry Shortcake dolls at the moment, so I'm gonna add her onto this list. This is Strawberry Shortcake. This is a doll line which was themed around cake, and I like cake, so cool. And all of her friends were themed around different desserts, basically. An interesting idea, but I mean, I think it really worked. She looks really cute. I really like how stylized she is with her cute little eyes and her freckles. I never owned a Strawberry Shortcake doll, but she's cool. I like her. Okay, now these dolls, I'm not even sure if you could really call them dolls, but I definitely wanted to include them on these lists because I absolutely loved them when I was a kid. These are sky dancers. They had these little mounts and you'd like pull a cord and they'd fly in the air and you could get them to go really high. They were great dolls. They were really cute. Again, loved the pastel colors. Unfortunately, they actually got recalled because so many people got injuries from the spinning blades. They did actually have some foam padding on, but you could get them to spin really fast, and if they went straight into your eye, I can understand why that could hurt and cause serious damage. So maybe it's a good thing we don't have these anymore, but I thought they were really cool. And I never hurt myself. Okay, these dolls are adorable and I wish they still existed. They're called My Pretty Mermaids. I'm surprised there aren't more doll lines that are just mermaids because I think mermaids are awesome. Like, if I was going to invent a doll line, it would just be all mermaids. I feel like this line is kind of inspired by My Little Pony, but instead of ponies, they've decided to do mermaids because they've got similar pastel theming. The logo looks very similar to me. I'm not sure if that's just me, but I really like the packaging and I really like the dolls. I think they're really cute. I love the fact that they have articulation in the tails. Really cute dolls. I wish they still made these. Okay, I had completely forgotten about this doll line until someone mentioned it in the last video, but I remember them being everywhere for a short time when I was a kid. These are Beauty Cuties. They kind of look similar to Diva Stars, but I actually think these dolls look more appealing. They've got kind of cute sideways glancing eyes. Really cute little fashions. There's lots of kind of hair play elements and loads of hair accessories, which I think is a really cool idea. Obviously they have ridiculously oversized heads. That's kind of why I think they look a bit like Diva Stars. I think they're really cute. I wish they still made these because I quite like them. Okay, again, here's another line that I wasn't sure whether to include on this list because they were only ever sold in the Disney theme parks, but these are the Attractionistas. The idea behind these dolls is that each doll is themed around a different Disneyland attraction. In theory, I think it's a really cool idea. I actually bought one of these. I bought the one that was themed around the Disneyland carousel, but I really don't like her and I actually think I'm gonna sell her on eBay. I didn't really like her. I quite like the Pirates of the Caribbean one and the Phantom Manor one, and if I see them, I might consider buying them. If they're gonna make Disney park dolls, I think they should make characters that are actually on the ride. Like for the Phantom Manor, they could make the Ghostly Bride, and for Pirates of the Caribbean, they could make the red-headed pirate. I think that would be a cool idea. But anyway, okay. I wasn't sure whether to put these girls in my last video because we haven't actually had any official word on whether they are discontinued or not, but you know, they basically are discontinued, so I've decided to put them on the list. Monster High, everyone. Shed a tear. Monster High was so insanely popular only a couple of years ago. I think they started in about 2010. They had movies and web series and, you know, every single different kind of merchandise you could think of. I think they were really cool, inventive dolls. I never really got behind them. I did buy a couple. I have like 20 of them, I think, maybe a couple less, which isn't a lot for me. Some of my collections have hundreds. But like I said, I do think they're really inventive, really cool, and they kind of ushered in a new age for doll lines where doll creators don't have to be afraid to make their dolls a little bit ugly, a little bit edgy, a little bit different, you know, kind of turn the whole idea of fashion dolls on its head and do something a bit weird and different and creepy, and I think that's such a great idea. And I wish more doll companies would be a bit more adventurous and kind of push the boat out a little bit, because I think, you know, as we've seen with Monster High, it can really pay off when you step out of your comfort zone. So yeah, Monster High. Okay, I wasn't sure whether to include these dolls either because they're kind of like soft toys, not really dolls. But you know, I thought they were enough like dolls, so I'd include them. These are Thai girls, girls with a Z, because you know, that's a whole thing. For a period of time, every single doll line had to have a Z at the end, after Bratz. Everyone was copying Bratz. These dolls look really cool. They're kind of like the Bratz version of Beanie Babies. A weird mix, I know. I love the fact that they have colourful hair and removable clothes. They kind of also remind me of Groovy Girls, which were another great soft doll line. They're cute. I wasn't sure whether to include them because they're soft toys, but you know. Okay, I had never heard about this doll line before, this toy line before, but she looks amazing. I love her. This is Princess Guinevere and the Jewel Riders. I love this doll. I love the 80s theme. I love the jewels. Again, she's not really a fashion doll. She's more of like an action fashion doll. A bit like Shira. I really like her. I think she's cool. I also am gonna kind of tentatively add Shira into this list. Again, she's not really a fashion doll. She's more of like an action doll. And also, I think they might be making some kind of limited edition Shira dolls at the moment, so she's not really discontinued, and they've just brought out a cartoon for her on Netflix, so I'm sure dolls are gonna follow. But here is Shira, Princess of Power. She's cool, I really like her. I hope they do start making dolls of her again because I think she's like really cool. Okay, and last but not least, I had never heard of these dolls before until someone mentioned them in the comments of my last video. These are Only Hearts Club, and they're weird. I mean, there's something just not quite right about their faces. I think their eyes are slightly too close together or something. They're very interesting dolls. Each one comes with a pet, which is quite a cool idea. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of these, and I can kind of see why they were discontinued. Okay, guys and dolls, so that was my second list of discontinued doll lines. Please let me know in the comments what you think of these dolls. Please let me know if you had any and if you liked them. Which of these doll lines were your favorite? I want to know. Let me know in the comments, okay? If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and subscribe to my channel if you're new here. Also, don't forget to check me out on Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you real soon, doll fans. Bye!